Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the North American Fantasy ARCA Series. Here we are, Season 1, round number 5 at Richmond, Virginia. Here we go, Richmond Raceway here, and boy, it's a beautiful night for racing. 77 degree air temperature, winds only 2 miles an hour. That track temperature is a nice balmy 81 degrees. Perfect night for racing here in Richmond. And the guys, they're just finishing up a practice session here. We'll be moving to qualifying in just a moment. And as we do that, we're going to go ahead and go on down to the track here and see what's going on, who's out there running and what they're doing. Let's move that out the way and head on down to the track. There's Nick Holland. Let's see what kind of lap times he's putting down. He's fourth fastest at the moment with that 22.820. There's the two-car Patrick Hernandez. Hernandez just coming off of a win last week, and 10th fastest at the moment with the 22.998. There's a 22 of Sam Barnes. He's 17th fastest at the moment at 23.160. There's Josh Bearden. He's 9th fastest at the moment at 22.941. Some more of the fast guys here. Aaron Tribble there, 5th fastest at the moment with that 22.872. There's a 21 of Robert Brill. He's 2nd fastest at 22.767. Let's see who else is out there. There's a 68 Nick Holland. He's 4th fastest at the moment with that 22.820. And yep, it looks like we're just about 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes away from the end of the practice session. Oh, and the Taco Bell car going around into the grass. Oh, stay off the wall. Did you keep it off the wall? Good job. All right. Good car recovery there. There's Kyle Morningstar. He's 8th fastest at the moment with 22.930. Let's see who else is out there. Okay, I'm gonna need some help with this name, Thomas Bendikovitz. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. There's Casey Marshall, 36 machine, 20th fastest at the moment. That's a neat looking paint job on that 36 car there. Kind of psychedelic there with that 23.298. See, does he improve? No, not quite. That was a 23.862 that last time around. Boy, some of the drivers, they kind of have a love-hate relationship with Richmond Raceway here. It can punish you coming off of turn 4, and he gets into the wall there just a little bit. And trying to hang on to it going into 1, coming out of 2 can be punishing as well. You'll tag that outside wall if you see him trying to gather it up there a little bit as he's going down into 3. Definitely can be a little bit of a handful. That car seems a bit loose there tonight. And the drivers, they do have a little bit of it's a fixed setup that they're running, but they do have like 2 or 3 little things that they can change, like a steering lock and, and the rate of turn and, brake bias and little things like that. And those little adjustments that they make can affect how the car handles, but there's also other things, for those of you new to iRacing, there are other things that you can do as far as just your wheel settings, adjust how the car is, how the sensitivity of the wheel. And okay, Bressett, he's going around. He's 6th fastest at the moment though with that 22.898. And they're even though they have limited adjustability with the setup itself, there are still some little things that they can do in their own, their race rig setup to adjust the handling and try to get the car to their liking. Okay, there's a 33 Rocky Tittle. He's 12th fastest at the moment with that 23.052. Who was that getting loose in front of him? It looked like that was the 3 car. Oh, he didn't lock in on him there. They were going by pit road there. There was Devin Cost. He's 21st fastest with a 23.3 flat. And the checkered flag is out, so we will be rolling over to the qualifying session here momentarily. And there we go now. And they have 5 minutes to qualify, and it's private qualifying, so more than one car is on the track, but we can only see one car at a time, and that allows them to go so they don't have to run into each other and everything. Looks like who is that coming out there? It's Devin Cost. He's on the way out already. Let's follow him around. Out on his out lap here. Now he's crosses the line. He'll start his first timed lap. I believe they have 2 laps that they can post a qualifying time for. A little slow coming out of that turn 2. Trying to ease it through 3 and 4. Trying to hold on to it. Let's see what he gets. Oh, a little wiggle there. And his first time will be, let's see, did it post? Yeah, it's 23.733. Trying to see if he can pick up from that 23.733 this time around. So already you see he's getting bumped down the order. He's 7th now, looks like 8th. Did he improve? Yes, 23.535, and he's at 11th position at the moment. Still a lot of drivers out. Robert Brill, oh, he's put it into the wall there. He's 3rd fastest though. Got a lap time. Got his qualifying lap time in with that 23.029. Let's see. There's Casey Marshall. I think he's already pitted. He's 10th fast. He's gotten bumped down. He's 11th now. There's the 6th Aaron Tribble. Looks like he's just wrapping up. He's 6th fastest with the 23.055. Josh Warner, he's wrapping up. See, a lot of the guys are coming out at the same time, so we can't get to all of them because a lot of them are out at the exact same time. Let's see, there's Chip Parks. Look what he came away with. He's 13th fastest at the moment. This may be a second hot lap to see if he improves on that 23.847. And he's now 12th fastest, 23.437. So he picked up a little time there. Getting that Oreo machine around there. And it looks like he's just about to get bumped to 14th position. He was 12th. He got bumped to 14th. There's the 20. Whoa, Hasty going around. He's already, well, he kind of, that messed up his second qualifying lap. He's got one on the books there, the 23.159. That's good enough for a 7th position. So he will have to roll with that. And hopefully these tires will behave later on, as they get into the race. Don't see too many other guys on track. Let's see. Mike Bressett, there he is. He's one of the last cars I see on track. So far, he's 9th fastest with that 23.250. Come around to the line. Does he improve on 9th place? Yeah, he ups to 8th position, 23.101. Good pickup there. And that'll just about do it for qualifying. I don't believe there's anybody else out there. And so we'll wait for the clock to tick down here. And we still have over a minute to go. And they have a little bit of a delay. When it switches from the each session, the next session they'll have about 2 minutes for all the cars to get on track, and so we'll do that, and we're going to go ahead and as we're waiting for that to tick down, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Here we go. It's just about to go away. They bump coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil Bonnett. Will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro.
All right, the cars are coming out on track here, and we're going to go ahead and bring up the starting grid here for you. On the pole, we have Nick Holland, and then we have Josh Bearden starting second. Dennis Weeks is third. Joseph Chambers fourth. Robert Brill, fifth position. Owen Kaufman starting sixth. Aaron Tribble starting in the seventh position. Mike Bressett, eighth. And ninth, we have Patrick Hasty. Kyle Hall rounds out the top 10. Thomas Bendikovitz, 11th. Jerry Hutchison, 12th. In 13th position, we've got Tyler Green, Casey Marshall, 14th. Chip Parks in 15th position. Travis Yakovachi in 16th. In 17th, we have Devin Cost. Josh Warner in 18th. Rocky Tittle in the 19th position. And 20th is Ronald Holmes. 21st is Sam Barnes. Andrew Brown starting 22nd. 23rd is Kyle Royal. 24th is Josh Klinger. 25th position, Patrick Hernandez. 26th, Bryson Alexander. 27th, Decker Morrow. In 28th position, we have Gary Wright. 29th, Brenda Jones. And 30th, we have Kyle Morningstar. And starting shotgun on the field in 31st position, Danny Nadeau. The pace truck now is taking them around on their pace lap. We have 200 laps in store for you tonight. Getting ready to get it on here at Richmond Raceway. Holland brings the field around through turns 3 and 4, waiting for that truck to go. Now they're going to have another pace lap, it looks like it. Must be an extra one to get the field sorted out. Make sure everybody's all lined up so they can have a good start here. Probably important to get those tires get some heat in those tires so that they can get up operating temperature quickly. First couple of laps may be a little treacherous. We'll see what happens here. Here we are coming out of turn 4. Pace truck is in. Here we go, folks. Hold on to your hats. And we're racing here at Richmond. Holland takes them down into turn 1. Everybody's following nicely so far. Oh, Josh Bearden taking a look on the inside. Boy, he's going to go right under the 68 car. Trying to see if he can make it down to turn one. We got Rocky Tittle and somebody else is on pit road there. Looks like Chip Parks as well. We don't have any cautions. Not sure what happened there unless they had a little coming together maybe. No reports of anybody spinning or anything. Holland still your leader. And now we do have a caution, and looks like this is Mike Bressett here. And there's Bressett getting the car turned around and getting it straight. Looks like it might have just been a spin here. Let's run the replay back and see what we see. Here's Bressett coming around and on the backstretch, and yeah, coming off of two. Oh, and he got tagged, but I couldn't tell who that was. Just tagged just a little bit, and oh, he managed to lock it down just in time to keep from collecting the rest of the field. Good job there on the 11 car. Let's take it live once again. So that was caution there on lap 3. Chip Parks, he's out of the pits though. Unfortunately he's a lap down. Now we have a few guys here that maybe they just didn't start the race. We're showing 5 retirements there: Morningstar, Jones, Nadu, Alexander, and Morrow. So we have looks like we have 26 cars now on the track. And we saw Rocky Tittle also come on the pit road. He's right there behind Parks. And not sure exactly what happened there. They might have just, for whatever reason, got loose or something. And but we have no reports showing that they spun or anything. If that had happened, usually the timing and scoring will pick that up. Meanwhile, Nick Holland, he is your leader. Josh Beard in the Viagra machine there second, followed by Joseph Chambers in the 3rd position. There's Dennis Weeks in 4th, followed by Owen Kaufman. Aaron Tribble is in the 6th position in the 88 machine. And we have Robert Brill in the 21 car in 7th. Patrick Hasty is 8th position. He's followed by Kyle Hall. And your last of your top 10, Jerry Hutchison. Let's see if the lights go out on the pace car this time. And looks like they're going to have one more pace lap here. So we'll go ahead. It looks like they're going to have 2 to 3 pace laps when they have a caution. Or I know they have this new feature now in iRacing where they have these quickie cautions. I don't know if it's available for all the tracks. I thought it would, but these sessions may have already been set up and just did not use that. I don't know if it's a specific type of tracks that you use it at. Maybe just for the big tracks, perhaps. I haven't really looked into it. We'll see if the lights go out on the pace truck this time around. It'll be lap 7 as we cross the line. And we will be growing green next time around. Holland trying to keep some heat in those tires. Getting that Taco Bell machine ready to go. Field is pretty strung out behind him there. Everybody's getting ready. And Robert Brill, can't see his car number. It's that solid black car, the Brandt machine there. You kind of can see it, but the number is black with a red outline. So it's not going to stand out too well, but we can see there. And here we go, green flags in the air again, and we're racing. Holland once again down into turn 1, followed closely by Josh Bearden. Oh, and Bearden tags the wall there just a little bit. Richmond track being just a little treacherous tonight. Have to be careful of putting that power down coming off of turn 2. Turn 4, not quite as bad, but it just kind of depends on how loose your car is. You got to really find that balance. You don't want it to be too tight going into turn 1, and so it'll push up out of turn 2, but you don't want it so loose that it's going to loop. And it can do that very easily coming out of 4. There's Joseph Chambers taking a look at the 6 car. You see everybody just wobbling just a little bit as they come off of those turns. Car just a little unsettled trying to put the power down. It's going to make passing quite a challenge. And now they've already separated themselves from the rest of the field to this point. Dennis Weeks, he's right there behind them. Oh, we do have a caution. It looks like it's involving Hernandez and a few other guys. And Hernandez, I wonder if it's just a spin. The car doesn't really look damaged, where I can see. And let's see. I think it also involved Casey Marshall. And it might have just been some spins. We're going to go back here in a second, take a look, and see. It's also saying Brissett was also involved. Let's go ahead and let's do a replay on Brissett here, see what we see. Oh, that was the other replay. We don't want to see that one. That's the first one. Let's go to Casey Marshall. And the Psychedelic 36. Here we go. Coming off of turn 2, the same thing as Brissett though, and slams the inside wall. And looks like the 35 also got loose. That was Gary Wright back there. I mean, he didn't hit the wall as hard though. So yeah, that's definitely what brought the caution out. As we go back live. Nobody has come into the pits yet. Chip Parks, he did pit early right at the beginning of the race for some problem that he was having. It looks like right there is having some problems, connection issue. Now, we've only got 13 laps on these tires. Question is, are the guys going to come in for pits or not? At the moment, doesn't look like it. And they're gonna have at least one more pit stop there. We're gonna see if we can grab Josh Bearden here. Let's look and see if we can see him in the chat here. And let's see where he is. There he is. We're gonna bring him down real quick. Whoops, turn my mic on. That probably helped. Hey, Josh, it's Tony in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Hey, what's up, Tony?
How you doing, man? Hey, how things looking a little squirrely out there right now, huh?
Yeah, the setup feels pretty good for the most part. It's just coming off of turn 4, you got that elevation change in the track. If you don't feather the throttle just right coming off of 4, boy, you're gonna go for a ride. It's been pretty squirrely even for me so far.
Right. We saw you almost have a little contact with that wall off of turn 2 one time.
Yeah, I got up in the wall right there, and I know right off the start I was sliding it in going into turn 1. Once the tires heat up and the car tightens up a little bit, it should be better racing. We'll just have to wait and see.
10-4, you think it might be take 2 or 3 laps to really get them up to temperature? It's only like 81 degrees out there today.
It seems like it takes about 5 or 6 to come up to temperature, especially for the right sides. But after that, it should be pretty good. Cars felt pretty good all week in practice. Just have to wait and see what it does if we can get a long green flag run. We only have 6 sets of tires in our pits today.
Oh, okay.
So tire changes would definitely going to come in handy towards the end of the race if you got a neck.
10-4. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put you back up to race control, and good luck. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate it, man.
For now. That's Josh Bearden. He is the league owner. And like he was saying, it may be 5 or 6 laps before the tires really get up to temperature. So But for the most part, folks have been doing pretty good, though. You know, we haven't had anybody really getting into anybody. I guess everybody realizes that they're just going to have to kind of take their time here. I believe the pace truck is coming in. And we got a green flag, and we're racing once again. Boy, Holland got a huge jump there on Josh Bearden. Everybody's strung out there pretty good. They're calling down the backstretch. Over just about a half-second lead on Bearden. Whoever's got the best the sensitive foot there, you know, as far as getting that power down and like you said, not too much and not too little. Get it just right. Get the maximum power off of turn 4. We're trying to close in a little bit. He's down to 0.3 of a second. It was half a second, now down to 0.3. And there's Joseph Chambers taking a look on the inside once again of Bearden. Still not quite. He is about a half second behind, though. Right now it looks like Holland and Bearden are kind of stepping away just a little bit from the rest of the field. Now they've got a lap car up there. That might be, I'm not sure who that is. That's looks like that was might have been the 23. Kyle Royal. In fact, he's the only one showing a lap down. And just went a lap there. You see a couple other guys, the names are in blue, but they're not lapped yet. But they're gonna. The system is thinking that okay, they're getting close to getting lapped, so we're gonna go ahead and change their name to blue in the timing and scoring tower. Oh, and there's 97 making a move. Kyle Hall. Let's jump back up to the 97. That was Dennis Weeks making a move on the 48 for that third position. We've seen Weeks have some strong runs, and we'll see how he does here tonight at Richmond. The full second behind Holland and Bearden at the moment. Oh, there was somebody on the inside. I couldn't see who that was. I think it was Barnes, perhaps. I believe that was a 22 of Sam Barnes. In fact, Barnes, he's on the way in. Well, it looked like he had said he was going into the pits. He's having some problems. Got some damage there. That nose is knocked in a little bit. He might have spun it somewhere and hit something. Having a little bit of a rough night there for the 22 car. Meanwhile, there's a 48 of Chambers. About 3/4 of a second behind third place Dennis Weeks. Boy, I tell you, they're fighting those cars going into those turns tonight. Definitely going to be a situation where you're probably battling the track more than you are other drivers, just to keep that thing in between the lines. Now on lap 26 at 200, it's not going to take a long time to get to halfway point. Let's look a little further back. There's the 24, Owen Kaufman, running 7th position. He's about a half second ahead of the 87, Kyle Hall. And Hall, he's about 3/4 of a second ahead of Patrick Hasty there. And then your 10th place runner, Jerry Hutchison, still running in 10th there. He's about a little over a second and a half from 9th place now, but just about 2 seconds. There's Hernandez running 13th at the moment. Everybody's strung out pretty good. he's got plenty of gap between him and the next car is Mike Bressett, 11 machine. He's got Tyler Green behind him. Meanwhile, up at the front, Bearden has managed to get around Holland, but now Dennis Weeks is also coming to the picture as well. He's managed to catch those two top runners there. Now, he does have Joseph Chambers behind him, but Chambers is still over half a second behind Weeks. Boy, this is certainly going to be challenging here, trying to battle for the lead, and these lapped cars, they're catching them very quickly now. There's the 7 machine staying to the high side. That's Andrew Brown doing a good job to stay high there. Looks like, what was that? Is that maybe the 35? I think it was Gary Wright, I believe. And he up there, he's staying to the high side. The lap car's doing a good job to stay out of the way of the lead cars there. Bearden's getting a lot of company now. Holland's right on his tail, less than 0.2 of a second. All of that sliding they're doing, that's gonna probably make those tires wear a little more. Oh, here comes Weeks on the inside. Look at the move here for second position, and we do have a caution, and looks like it is Bressett, I believe, that was involved in that, and it might have just been another self spin. Let's roll back the replay here, see if we can see what happened. And here he comes. I believe that's turn 1 he's going in there, and coming off of turn 2. Oh, and he did get into, I couldn't see who that was he got into there, but that might have helped him. I don't know if it helped him to keep from spinning around a lot, but he did a lot better job regaining control of that 11 car, but nonetheless, it still brought out the caution as we go back live. Caution lap 34, 200. Now we got 34 laps on these tires. We'll see if the leaders are going to bring it in. Looks like, and he's not. They're staying out once again. Probably would have, I'm sure the pits were open. Probably would have pulled in that time around. And we do have a few folks on pit road. There's Josh. I'm trying to lock on him now. That's Hernandez. He's back in 11th. There's Josh Klinger and Bressett also coming down the pit road. Warner, he's already on his way out. There's Thomas Bendikovitz. I finally got that right, Bendikovitz. I was trying too hard. I guess that's how you pronounce it. If I'm wrong, somebody let me know in the chat there. Say hello to the folks in the chat. Look, we had a couple of folks in there. Some folks cheering on Sam Barnes there. It looks like Barnes is I think he's a lucky dog right now. He is the first car a lap down. So if they have another caution and he's not involved in it, and if he can stay ahead of, look like he's Kyle Royal is there, and also Roland Holmes. Those are the 3 cars that are a lap down. Looks like Andrew Brown is also a lap down. Kyle Morningstar, he's 6 laps down. So that'll be a battle. There's battles all around the track, and this one would be like a battle to stay in that lucky dog position to get back on the lead lap. Let's jump back up to your leader here, Bearden. The lights are still on the pace truck. They're heading down the backstretch. We'll see if they're going to go green next time around. Does it come out of 4? And we lap 38 as we cross the line, and we will be going green next time around. You're watching the North American Fantasy ARCA Series, Season 1, Round number 5, here at Richmond Raceway. Pace truck's bringing them around now. And the pace truck's in, waiting for that green flag. And we're racing once again at Richmond. Beard with a good getaway there, trying to stay ahead of Holland. Got a lot of company back there. There's the 88 of Tribble, trying to look and see what he can do with the 48 car. Oh, both of them getting a little squirrely there. You both saw both the 48 and the 88 getting a little squirrely coming off the line. Boy, I tell you that they're really they're battling each other and the track. Hopefully, both of them. And boy, you can just see that car just twitching a little bit each time they come off of turn 2 or turn 4. Oh, and the 48 got really loose that time. There's I believe that's the 20. That's the 21 car, Robert Brill there. He's trying to come up the inside of the 48. Better be careful. And we do have another caution actually. Let's see. It looks like somebody might have just went off track. I think it was Josh Warner, perhaps. They're also showing reports here for Gary Wright. He's blinking, having a bit of a connection problem tonight, so we're gonna go back to Warner here. Let's go to the replay and see what we see for Warner. See if we see what happened there. Okay, he's already spun. Let's run it back a little bit so we can take a look, see and see what's going on. Let's slow it down here. Go to the roof cam, and here they are going down the back stretch, and see if we see something going on. And he's going into turns 3 and 4 there. And it looks like Chip Park's car getting just a little sideways, and now the 13 is starting to slide up. I'm almost going to say that's Travis Jacovucci. Looked like he managed to hold on to it, but I'm wondering if perhaps Warner, now you hit Warner, he's already gone already. He's about to come all the way around. You can kind of tell once that rear end starts moving, there's no getting it back. And looks like it was probably just a self spin. I don't think anybody else had any collisions or anything. Managed to slide down safely into the grass, which happens a lot when you slide off of turn 4 here at Richmond. So it's actually kind of a good thing. It's what you call a self-cleaning track, at least on the front side. Sometimes guys spin on off of 2, and they'll go down there and they'll let's take this back live. They'll go down there and they'll spin and almost bounce off the wall and trying to regain control of the car. Will end up sliding up in front of oncoming traffic. Warner brings it down on pit road. It looks like he's the only one on pit road at the moment. work done on that 8 car. It looks like you can get tires and fuel. And track is yeah, it's 3/4 mile track, but it's big enough so you can get in and you know, it's considered a short track, but you still get in and get your tires and fuel and maybe a little bit of servicing if you need it, and get on out there before the leaders come around. So he will not lose a lap. He's on the tail end of the lead lap. And I believe Sam Barnes, he must have been the lucky dog because now he's showing on the lead lap in 20th position because he was a lap down. So now he's probably saving that faster pair. You see that nose is knocked in, but that's not enough. I mean, the aerodynamics aren't like, say, a Daytona or a Talladega, so they don't really have to worry about that kind of thing here at Richmond. So they probably can deal with quite a bit of damage. Okay, there's Barnes. He's deciding to come on in, get a little bit of work. Okay, I thought he was, my bad. I thought he was going into the pits there. He was just getting down low. I believe he's a lucky dog, so he probably has to go to the end of the line because he's the lucky dog. And there you can see there he's at the tail end of the lead lap. In the right where he's supposed to be by getting that lap back. Slowing way down there. Let's go back up to your leaders here. Lights are off on the pace truck as they come out of turn 2. Nobody is on pit road. And so far we've had 5 cars pit so far. Joseph Chambers, Patrick Hasty, Rocky Tittle, Gary Wright, and Josh Warner. They all pitted one time. All of them on lap 43 except for Warner, who did lap 44. The other rest of them did 43. Racing once again. Bearden trying to get away from hard charging Dennis Weeks. With Nick Holland in tow, trying to hold on to the 97 car. And boy, we've seen Weeks really have some really strong runs, and you know, Bearden might be in a little bit of trouble here. Oh, and we got a caution. Uh-oh. This is not good. Got a few cars back here. Oh, man, look at the 31 of Chip Parks. Left front tire is completely off the ground. Wow, and that, let's see. We'll go with Chip Parks here and see what happened to him on the replay here. Let's slow it down, and looks like at first I started to say that black Affleck car was the 24 was going to get loose, but it looked like he is okay. So something may have happened as they were coming down to turn 3. Let's stay with it here, and we'll see what happens. Now, who is that behind Parks? That is the 11. Okay, the 11. See, these cars, the nose is so swept down, and they can get up under the rear end very easily. You don't see these cars bump drafting on super speedways a lot for that very reason. And that was a classic example of how the nose of this particular car can get under the rear end so easily and just lift that car up off the ground. Man, that's a tough break for Chip Parks. We'll go ahead and take it live here. And yeah, he's dragging Sparks all down the backstretch there. Going to try to bring that 31 machine down the pit road. Able to still steer it with that one right front tire. He will definitely have to use his faster pair for sure. On lap 51 of 200. We got a few more people in. Looks like Ronald Holmes, it's just him and Holmes at the moment, only 2. There's Holmes right in front of him. And Parks is the one that's definitely going to have to use the faster pair. For those of you that are maybe new to iRacing, a faster pair is, and he overshot just a little bit, and you see how the car just, boom, all of a sudden it's brand new. And that's a feature that you have in iRacing. how they set up the league. They can give you as many faster pairs as they want, or you may only be limited to 1, 2, 3, or whatever. And in this league, they believe they have just one fast repair. So now he's one and done. Got to make it last, and they're only a quarter of the way through the race, so he got a long ways to go. Keep that 31 car clean. Now he is the lucky dog, one lap down, and if he can stay out of trouble, he'll get his lap back. And there's Holmes. Him and Holmes will be battling for that lucky dog position because Casey Marshall looks like Marshall is 4 laps down, so he won't be in the hunt for the lucky dog position. Okay, it looks like George Bearden's trying to push the pace truck along. That's one of the funny things about iRacing. That vehicle is like transparent, and technically you have to stay behind it. But that's kind of hilarious to see that. Guys are racing hard out there, but yeah, they still have some fun when they can, and it's all fun anyway, and it's funny when you can see things like that. Okay, coming down, the lights are out, coming down to turns 3 and 4. There's the pace truck. Waiting for that green flag. Here we go once again, restart. It'll be lap 54 across the line. Bearden takes them down into turn 1. And here comes Weeks right on his tail. I think he's going to have a fight on his hands here, folks. Dennis Weeks, he's looking to move to that first position. They got plenty of clean track, no lap cars in front of him right now. It'd probably be better for him to, if he can make the move now, make it before they catch that lap traffic. Of course, the lap traffic has been doing pretty good to stay to the high side, but depending on what you're doing with the guy that you're battling, you may need to run a specific line, and if you've got a car anywhere in front of you, it could disrupt that line that you need to take and effectively prevent you from doing whatever it is you need to do to get around the guy that you're trying to pass. They're battling away there. Looking, they've opened up a bit of a gap, about 9/10 of a second back to Nick Holland. Holland, he's trying to keep pace. They're getting close to almost 1 second. Now it's down to about an eighth. Oh, we got another caution. Caution is out. It looks like Josh Klinger. Oh, Klinger, and look like that's Klinger and the 44 car, Tyler Green. He's involved. So let's go back and let's see. Let's go back and look at Klinger on the replay. See what we see. Okay, there's Klinger, the 17 car. Let's slow it down. Let's look at his roof cam and see. Okay, they're already sideways. There's the 44 Green. He's up high and looks like he's trying to avoid him, but he just couldn't get by in time, and they get together. And then he's kind of along for the ride now, and he collects the 44 as they go into the wall, hard into the wall. Oh, man. He just tore the front of that car completely up. That'll be another car that's going to need to use the fast repair for sure. Let's go ahead and bring that back to live here. And he got back. I wonder if he had already used this fast repair, because he might be done for the evening, folks, because there's no way that car is going to get fixed. I don't know. It might get fixed before the end of the race, but if he had a fast repair, he would have used it to fix that kind of damage. So sad to say, it could be a long evening for Klinger there in the 17 car. There's Sam Barnes. He's making his way in. pitting from 7th position. Probably going to try to get a little bit more work done on the nose of that car. Other than that, the car doesn't look too bad. Maybe just a little bit of a crinkle there on the right rear. Okay, he used the fast repair. Okay. I'm almost surprised that he did that because the car didn't look that bad. But I guess he felt he needed to do it. So, and we're only on lap 60 of 200, down and away. And he exits the pit lane there. He's going to come out, looks like maybe 21st position as he re-enters the track. And now 22nd position. Well, no, okay, 21st, yeah. There's Gary Wright making his way in. All right, he's also pitting from out of the top 10. I'm probably going to look like he stopped a little short there. That's one thing. Sometimes that's what I do. You know, when I'm practicing, you don't just practice your race line and all of that, but practice those pit stops because that can be so critical, especially if you're battling somebody for a position. It could be any kind of a situation. It could be a green flag pit stop, and you can't afford to back up and get back into that stall. Well, it looks like he came in and down and away quickly and on his way back out. And he'll be in 22nd position. And Tribble, he's on his way. Looks like he's on his way out. Now he's down in the 23rd position. I wonder if they're banking on maybe some long green flag runs here. Don't try to, or either just try to catch, you know, by pitting now. We'll see. And actually, where are the guys who are leading? Josh Bearden, he's in 9th position, and Dennis Weeks is right behind them. So, and looked like they both also pitted, and there are a few cars who didn't. Devon Cost, he has not pitted. And we're green flag again, and Cost is your leader. Getting that track position. He's got the 48 of Chambers right behind him. Bendikovic's right behind them in 3rd. Some new fresh faces up the front here we haven't seen run up the front. These may be some new guys to the league. Got some good track position on those pit stop exchanges. They may have opted to stay out. Didn't see a whole lot of folks come on the pit road. At the moment, he's hanging around just over half a second behind the first place guys. And looked like who was at the 33 of Rocky Tittle made a move up to the 3rd position, and he's trying to look like he's bringing the 28 of Hasty along with him. Oh, there's Hasty taking a look on the inside of Tittle, coming off of 2. They weren't squirrely at all. You can tell how well they came off the corner, able to put the power down very well. Rocky Tittle looking back on the inside, and he's going to battle back and get that 3rd position back. Great battle there between the 33 and the 28 machine. Looked like going in a little hot 3 and 4, and it pushes them high. And it opens the door for the 28. He can get him on the backstretch, but he's going to try to fight and hold it this time. Here they are coming off of turn 2, side by side. Great battle coming off of 2. It looked like, but he did lose position anyway. And we got a caution. Uh-oh. Another caution. Looks like Royal was involved here, and there he is in the grass. Might have just been a spin. Let's go back at the replay, see what we see here. There's Kyle Royal, and yeah, he just had too much power coming off of 4 and just slid right down there into the grass, well out of harm's way. But that will definitely bring the caution out. Like he almost started to spin again, trying to get on the power. You know, that's their first instinct, to get on the power as quickly as possible, get that car moving. And sometimes those tires just won't hook up down there in that dirty part of the track. And it wasn't quite in the grass, but it didn't have to be. Let's see, we got trying to catch Cost. He's on the pit road. And I don't think he hadn't pitted yet. And so this is his first time in. Oh, let's take this live. I'm sorry, we're still looking at the replay here. Now he is on the way out, and he's in 20th position. Let's see. He's not quite at the end of the lap. He's next to the last car on the lead lap. Ben Djokovic, he is your lucky dog at the moment. In fact, he is the only car that is 1 lap down. So he needs to keep that Coast Guard machine out of trouble, you know, before the next caution, and he will be back on the lead lap. Because looks like Klinger, he's 2 laps down, and then everybody else is either 4 or 6 laps down. So yeah, he's in a good position right there. He does not have to battle anybody for that lucky dog position. Meanwhile, Joseph Chambers is back up the front, and we got Patrick Hasty in second position. Let's see if we can grab Hasty here. See if we see him in the chat here. Gonna see. The drivers have different channels, and I don't see Patrick. He might not be in the chat tonight. There are 2 Patricks, Patrick Hasty and Patrick Hernandez. So yeah, we'll have to try on the next time around, because I think they're getting ready to go green the next time they cross the line, or when the truck crosses the line. Okay, they'll have 1 more lap to go. It'll be lap 73 as we cross the line, and lap 74 when we go green. Joseph Chambers, your leader, followed by the 28, Patrick Hasty, 33, Rocky Tittle, 3rd position, and then they're followed by the 97, Dennis Weeks. Boy, he's going to be coming after him hard. And Patrick Hernandez, hey, doing what he does best, folks. He's making his way up right up there. Getting, he said he loves short tracks. That's kind of his specialty. So, you know, they're definitely going to be bringing something for the guys at the front. There's Robert Brill's 6th position. There's a 68 of Holland in 7th. Mike Bressett, 8th position. Back to your leader. Pace truck is in. Here we go. Waiting for the green flag. We've got him. We're racing again. Lap 74. Chambers with a good takeoff there on the restart. Oh, and we got somebody spinning in the back. I think it was Tittle. And we got that might have been what brought out the caution. I don't see. I don't know. We're also showing Sam Barnes. Okay, it's Barnes. He spun as well. He doesn't look like he have a lot of damage though. Might have just been a spin. So take your pick, I guess. It was either and as we saw Tittle, we don't even have a report that Tittle spun. Let's go ahead and look at Sam Barnes and see what happened there. Here he goes on the restart. Oh, I don't know. He didn't see that. Might have had just a little bit of help there. Oh, I mean, he did manage to tap the inside wall. Got to wait for those cars to clear so he can try to back up and get going again. It was a fairly light tap, though, so it should be okay. Let's take it back live here. And Barnes is now he is on the tail end of the lead lap, I believe. I don't expect that anybody will be. Actually, Barnes is on the tail end of the lead lap, but I don't suspect that anybody will be coming in on pit road this time. Let's take a look and see who else we can maybe find here in the chat. Let's see. Let's grab Dennis Weeks here. Hey, Dennis, it's Tony in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Tony, what's up?
Hey, pretty good, man. Hey, you're making your way up there, huh?
Yeah, can't get the green flag run again. That was fun early in the race, but I don't know what's going on now.
Is the car handling any different? It seems, or is it?
Oh, my car's perfect. I just this is a rhythm track, and you can't overdrive it. You just got to get in the rhythm, and people I think are overdriving a little bit.
Right. Yeah, I think I saw somebody. I think somebody might have helped Sam around just a little bit. Either he was going anyway, but he might have had a little help, just a bit of a touch. And I saw another one where a car. You know how these cars have that low swept nose, and they just get up under the rear end so easily. And saw somebody else got their rear end lifted off the ground one time.
Yeah, there was a close one right in front of me. I ended up losing 2 spots, but it's still really early, so I don't want to push too awfully hard right now. But it's fun once we get going. It's the home track, so I'm trying to do good here.
Absolutely, man, and good luck. And we'll I'm gonna put you. Where were you at? You were in the were you in the general chat?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore.
Okay. Yeah, we'll put you back down there. And, good luck, man. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you, sir.
That's Dennis Weeks, and he's on his currently running 5th at the moment. Now a lap 79 at 200. And the lights are out on the pace truck, so we'll be going green next time around. May have to see if we can. Chambers having a good run up at the front there. I don't know if he's in the chat or not tonight. I don't see him, but yeah, we won't be able to talk to him, unfortunately. Okay, and with green flag racing once again. You see him take off. There's the 28, and they're right there. And we're going to watch what happens behind Chambers here. He's managed to get away, doing a pretty good job of getting away there. Oh, boy, that car almost looked like it got a little sideways. He's got Patrick Hernandez right there in 2nd position. Oh, boy, he's got the, who is that? The 21 of Robert Brill challenging on the inside. Boy, this could get tricky coming out of 3 and 4 here. Brill trying to stay with the 2 machine. These guys at the front, boy, they would love to see it go green, just like Weeks just said. He'd love to see it go green as well. And there's Weeks right there, right behind him. And the leader, Chambers, he's not exactly getting away from anyone. He's a little over half second from 2nd place. Kind of holding about that 6/10 gap there. Now it's 7/10. they're starting to distance themselves a little bit. You've got Nick Holland right behind him there. Nice and spread out there, a little further back as Patrick Hasty. Lost touch just a little bit with the front pack, not too much, but they are spread out quite a bit there. Second, third, fourth. Okay, somebody's challenging. Hernandez is under more pressure now from Robert Brill in that 21 car. Brill peeking his nose down on the inside of the 2, but he just doesn't have the right angle to quite get there. 86 laps in the book, getting close to the halfway point. There's somebody up there on the high side. I didn't catch who that was. Lap car probably did a good job of staying high. Oh, and it looks like Brill ran a little high there that time, and he opened the door. Oh, look at Weeks get a little sideways, fighting to get around the 21 car. He managed to hold on, but we do have a caution. Looks like maybe Nadeau and Kaufman. Okay, Kaufman, he's already in the pits, and I don't even see where Nadeau is. And Nadeau, he's all, oh, wow, Nadeau. Wow. Boy, he was hard into the wall. Let's run the tape back and see what we can see there. Okay, he's already up the wall. Let's run it back and see what happened. He might have just, looks like he kind of just lost it there. He's running on the high side. Looked like he's trying to just let people by, and there comes the 48. Oh, and he just kind of, maybe might have lost focus for a second. I don't know, but he just planted it into the outside wall and trying to hold it up there. Coming out of turn 2. And that, he slid down, and Travis Iacovucci clipped him there. Oh, and he collects the 24 car. Oh, man. And that, that's how that ended up transpiring there. Let's go back live here. And just like some other folks we saw, if he doesn't have a fast repair, he's going to be there a while. There's Patrick Hasty on his way in. Rocky Tittle also coming in. So far, those are the only two that I see right now. I'm sorry, Tittle's on his way out. Both him and Hasty are on their way out. There's Andrew Brown. He's bringing a 7 car in. Looking for his pit stall. He's taking it nice and easy, not to overshoot. Looks like he might just be getting fuel. Doesn't look like needs any real damage repair or anything. And nobody else is on pit road. Chambers is your leader. Getting very close to the halfway point here. Things are going to start happening, though, once we get past lap 100, say 100, 130, 140. Yeah, say hi to the folks in the chat. Yeah, the mic's working good this time. And, we had a broadcast yesterday, and on my end, it seemed everything was working fine. But to my despair, I discovered after the broadcast was over that we had all of the race audio and everything and the drivers and everything, but couldn't get my voice in there. So, hey, good old technology got me that time. And but yeah, we're glad everything's working good this time. And but we also had some backup procedures here as well that we took this time in case something were to go amiss this time, so we'd be ready to still be able to bring you a race with a complete race coverage. Chambers following the pace truck now, making their way down off of 3. I'm off of 2 on the back stretch. Lap 92 when we cross the line. Pace truck is in. Chambers getting them ready. Got the green flag, and he's gone. With Hernandez right there, trying to catch him quickly. Oh, and okay, we got a caution, so that's why the 48 checked up. I was about to say Hernandez about to run right on by, but oh man, this one looks like maybe Hasty was involved. Couldn't see there. Almost like he might have had a little bit of right rear damage. Let's run the tape back and see what we see here. Okay, there's Hasty. There's Tittle right behind him. Going down in the, okay, yeah, and they got into the back of the 28 car. Boy, he hit the inside wall there hard. Got it locked down. You can see just a little bit of right rear damage. And the front of that car should be okay. And obviously wouldn't use I don't think he'd use a fast repair for that. Let's take it back alive here. I wonder if he'll even come on pit road for that. It looked like it smacked the wall kind of hard there, but the car doesn't look too bad. It's knocked in a bit there. Yeah, it did get caved in more than I saw at first. You see that right rear quarter panel knocked in just a little bit. Chambers, he stayed out. Doesn't look like anybody's coming in. The majority of the field now is only stopped one time. Gary Wright stopped 3 times. Rocky Tittle and Hasty the second time in. Andrew Brown, he's one of the cars coming in. And Hasty's coming in as well. Maybe get a little bit of work done on that right rear of the car. His way down to his stall. Oops. And he'll probably sit there long enough to get as much work done as possible. Doesn't look like he's taking any tires. He might get some fuel, but probably doesn't need tires. Boy, you better go, though, because here comes the field out of turn 4. He's going to push it mighty close. If he doesn't get going, he's going to go a lap down because the pit road is going to close. There he's down and away. Is he going to get out of the pit road exit? I guess it was open. He was able to get away, stay on the lead lap there. Tail end of the lead lap. Boy, you couldn't cut it much closer than that. And Klinger, he's still on pit road. He was one of the guys that was there. Thought he was there for a while getting that car fixed. Maybe not. That might have been somebody else I was looking at. Let's see. Oh, Nadu. He's one of the guys that they'll probably be working on that car for the rest of the race, I would gather, because he's the only other guy that is still on pit road. And there's a couple of guys that are ahead of him position-wise who have actually retired. And Nadu is already 77 laps down. And he's I guess he figures maybe I'll try to see if I can get this car fixed, and if I can turn maybe, I don't know. That's a lot of laps to make up, though, to try to pick up a couple of more positions. He'd have to turn somewhere around 40-some laps to catch the 32 car there. But, hey, you do what you can do. Anything you can do to pick up some points. Lights are off on the pace truck. He's diving in, getting ready for this restart. The flag's in the air. We're green again. Lap 98 as we cross the line. Oh, and there's Hernandez. He wants that position. Boy, he tried to take a shot right there. Couldn't quite make it happen. Better be careful because Weeks is right there waiting. Hernandez thinks he's got the tires and got the line to make it happen. Boy, they're battling. They're going to battle right down to turn one. Let's see what happens. Got to give each other plenty of room. Good driving there coming off of turn two. Trying hard to hold on. I tell you, Chambers does not want to give up that lead. And here comes Robert Brill trying to get himself into the mix. Oh, no, and Hernandez gets it loose, and he completely loses the car. He falls back to, looks like maybe a fourth position there. Opening the door for Weeks, and he's going to try to capitalize on this. Him and Brill get through. Brill is your leader, but Weeks may have something to say about it. They're doing the same thing that Chambers and Hernandez were doing. Weeks hard off of that turn two. There's Chambers right behind. They're going to try to go. You're going to follow Weeks right through the second position there ahead of Brill. Hernandez is still there in fourth position. Oh, okay, we got a caution. Caution is on. Caution is on. Looked like we have Tyler Green, perhaps. And it's saying he crashed. Okay, is that him right there? Oh, the 44, there he is. And looked like he's still rolling there. Let's go ahead and look at the replay and see what we can see there. Oh, and he did the same thing. We've seen a lot of folks do that tonight. You know, coming off of 2 or coming off of 4, and the car just gets away from you. You got a little bit of a connection issue there, and that's definitely going to bring the caution out. Let's bring it back live here. You may not have to print that left front fender was just knocked in a little bit. I think that was already like that, and may not even have to pit, really. That looked like that was just a self-spin. Chambers, although he is coming in pit road, and looked like everybody else has decided to stay out. We stayed out. Brill stayed out. Hernandez stayed out. I thought I saw somebody else kind of, fake move down there like they were going to go in. And Hasty, he's on pit road again. There's Kyle Royal. Pitting from 19th position. Tyler Green, he's in pits. Gary Wright, he's in his pit stall. And that's only people that are on pit road at the moment. Creeping down pit road. Picked up a couple of positions on his way out. Looks like he'll be in 18th position when he rejoins the track. Tyler Green, he's on his way out. There's Kyle Royal on his way out. Dennis Weeks now is your leader. He's got Robert Brill behind him, Patrick Hernandez third, Josh Bearden, he's got himself back up there, fourth position. And Nick Holland rounds out the top 5. And we're just past the halfway point, and we're at lap 105 of 200. Let's see here. Let's look. I'll try to grab another driver here. Let's see if we can grab Rocky Tittle here real quick. Oh, shoot, I moved him to the wrong channel. Oops. Hey, Rocky, Tony in the broadcast booth. How you doing, man?
Oh, not too bad. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, pretty good, man. Trying to hang in there, huh?
Yeah, trying to, bud. I mean, it's a battle out here. It's Richmond, you know. What else can I say? Short track racing.
Yeah. Is it? Would you say Richmond is maybe not one of your favorite tracks, or is it just a tricky one to deal with?
You know, I really enjoy Richmond a lot, man. I really do. I like the aspects of it, you know, diving down in, coming up and getting close to the wall on the outside, coming out of four. It's a real fun track to race, but it can be a tricky one, too, with all the other cars out here trying to predict what they're going to do.
10-4. You feel like the tires are holding up? They'd hold up if you had a long green flag run there?
Yeah, I think the tires hold up pretty good, man. A lot of these guys, they're natural good at what they do, so they can have old tires or new tires and they can stay up front and run real good. But you know, I'd say the tires do a pretty good job out here on a long run.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put you back down to the general chat, and good luck, man. We'll talk to you later.
All right, brother. Thanks. Have a good one.
You too. That's Rocky Tittle getting ready to restart, and there we go, green light, and we're racing once again. Weeks, a lot of pressure from Hernandez and Brill. They're right there with him on the restart. Weeks doing a good job to stay ahead of the 2 car. It's almost like you could say Richmond's kind of a technical track, you know. Oh, getting a little squirrely there. Sure, Hernandez is putting a lot of pressure on him, and the Brill is on the inside of Hernandez. Oh boy, is that going to work going into turn 1? He's going to have to give a little space there for the 21 car. Brill moves to second position. Now lap 111 to 200. It's a matter of who doesn't get too aggressive. Now Weeks, he's a little got a little out of shape there, and Brill's going to move right to the front, perhaps. Boy, they're going to be battling all the way down to turn 1 on this one, side by side. If they cross the line, give that one to Weeks. He still scored your leader that time by. Brill possibly has the preferred line. He's going to slide right on up in front of the 97 for the lead. And the lead in the Weeks has now opened the door for the 2 car. We may be able to take advantage of that inside line as we go into turns 1 and 2. Hernandez gets on by. And here comes Josh Bearden. Bearden on the move. Boy, they're close. Bearden back up to 3rd spot. And there's the taco man himself. There's Nick Holland getting the Taco Bell machine up in the top 5 there and trying to get closer to the 97. They got a fairly good gap, but the next 2 or 3 cars are not super close, but then the rest of the field, they're starting to separate a bit from the rest of the pack. Vindikovitz, he's on pit road making a green flag pit stop. And that puts him a lap down. He'll need to try to see if he can. He had to use a fast repair. We just saw him use it. Looks like he's going to get tires too. He's probably going to lose another lap there. Joseph Chambers, he's on pit road. He's already a lap down as well. Oh, he's coming in, and oh boy, that was close. Vindikovitz on the way out, almost had a collision. Meanwhile, Robert Brill, he's got a handy lead now, almost a full second on number 2 of Patrick Hernandez. Wow, he's really opened it up. There's Bearden. He's trying to catch the 2 car with a 97 in tow. Good racing going on here. Let's try to move a little further back. There's Aaron Tribble in the 6th position. Been close to the front. Hasn't quite been able to get up there and stay there. Trying to make his way there. He's well within the top 10 here, having a good run tonight. A little further back, there's the 13, Travis Yakovucci. Yakovucci is your top 10 runner at the moment. He's got 8/10 on cost behind him, a little over half a second behind Hutchison, who's in 9th. 80 laps to go this time around. Looks like he got a little damage on that left front there. A little further back, there's Rocky Tittle. He's running 12th position. Trying to close in on cost. Almost equally spaced between him and looks like Chip Parks back there. There's Chip Parks. And you saw his car get tore up pretty good earlier on. We're having a good run so far now, despite that, in the top 15 there, running 13th at the moment. Looks like Tittle's trying to make a move there, and he does. He gets by Cost, picks up that 11th spot. Cost trying to fight back. Give it to the 33 car as he crossed the line. It almost feels like you slow down to a crawl, and man, the 3 car is coming back on the inside. And here comes Chip Parks as well. Good racing going on all around the track. Oh, and they got out of shape. Oh, no, did he have room? I thought he was going to run right into the back of him. He had to check up in the 41. Boy, he was right there, too. That could have been ugly. But fortunately, they're doing good there. The disaster was avoided. Meanwhile, up the front, Hernandez, boy, he's like over a second and a half behind Robert Brill, lap 126. And he's got Josh Bearden fairly close behind him. Oh, him and Bearden and Weeks, they're battling hard for that 3rd spot. Give it to Dennis Weeks as they come off of 4 across the line. As he should have it that particular time. Is he going to hold it as they go through 1 and 2? We'll see. Everybody every now and then is a little bit squirrely coming out of the turns there. Got a good exit that time. Now Andrew Brown making a green flag pit stop. Bearden continued to battle there with Weeks. Lost a little bit of pace there, 3/10. Got Nick Holland behind him there. And also Aaron Tribble in the 88 machine. Still a lot of positions up for grab. Nobody's really comfortably away from anybody, really. There's Jerry Hutchison. He's running 9th position. He's got a pretty good gap between him and anybody else. Over a second behind the car in front and ahead of the car behind. Had a little bit of damage, but hey, he's inside the top 10, so still a good run there for the 14. Further back, there's the 28 of Patrick Hasty. He's working on Rocky Tittle there for that 11th position. Let's see if he can drive under the 33. Tittle with a good exit off of 4, but that's a very high line. I don't think he can battle too much with that with the 28. Let's see what happens when they come on. There's a lot of room for the 28 just to slide right up in front, and he does. Picks up that 11th position. Now he's bearing down on the 13, Yakovucci, for that top 10 spot. Plenty of laps to go. I think we were talking to him. Maybe it was Rocky Tittle saying, you know, it's a rhythm track, and you really do have to get in a good rhythm, you know, and hopefully have some long green flag runs, which is what we're enjoying right now. And these guys can really settle down and get their focus and just go ahead and race. Good racing here. A little further back, there's Bendakovic. I'm sorry, that's Kaufman. And he's got Bendakovic right behind him. He's not on the lead lap, so they're not really battling for position. A little further back up the front there, there's Tribble. He's all over. He's got Hernandez. Hernandez is back to 6th position. Oh, it looks slid there a little bit. Looks like also, who is that? There's Hernandez in the 88. I thought I saw, was that the 22? I thought I saw another car back. Okay, maybe I was just seeing things. But yeah, he's trying to catch Nick Holland there for that 4th position. Aaron Tribble starting to make his way to the front. Laps are slowly clicking down. But man, we've got a really nice green flag run going here now. These tires are working good. I don't know about you guys, man. I wouldn't mind seeing some green flag pit stops for fuel. I'm pretty sure they don't have enough fuel to get to the end. But we'll see. Oh, and who is that? That is Royal. That was Kyle Royal. He managed to get out of the way there. A faster car really closes in really fast sometime, and boy, you have to kind of make a very quick decision. What can you do? Let's look a little further up. There's Weeks, and he's got Holland all over him there, just a couple of tenths behind. They're both trying to catch Josh Bearden. There's another lap car. There's the 44 machine. He's staying high so that they can get by. Looks like he's starting to pull away here. Let's see if we can pull up the lap time history here on these two. And now that's Weeks and Holland. Let's see if we can switch that over here to Bearden. And Bearden, he's been faster the last 4 laps, so he's definitely pulling away from Weeks just a little bit. Let's see when they cross lap 40. Bearden was just 9 thousandths of a second quicker than Weeks. So yeah, he gained a bit of time in the previous 4 laps, especially lap 139. He gained half a second, but it's gonna be hard, tough sledding there to get all of that back for Dennis Weeks. We're now lap 142, getting very close to 3/4 of the way. Meanwhile, up the front, there's Robert Brill, and he's over a second and a half ahead of Josh Bearden as we start lap 143 here. No pressure whatsoever. Got a few lap cars in front of him that he'll have to deal with. That will probably help Bearden out a little bit But then Bearden will also have to deal with him once he gets there, so it'll should balance out. Now he's making his way around right. Right stays to the high side, but not too much of a problem there. Everybody's really, the tires got good temperature in them now. Everybody's doing a good job and just rolling right along here, clicking these laps right off. Josh Bearden, he's approaching right. He's a little bit less than half a second now. You can see the leader up there with a couple of lap cars in front of him. He dives to the inside of 3 and 4. I think he's got Bendikovich between him and Brill. Let's look a little further back. There's Patrick Hasty. He's a little over a half a second ahead of Mike Bressett. Everybody's really starting to get really kind of spaced out from each other, actually. They've got a little room to run here, and yeah, it's it's pretty good. There's Hernandez. Now he's got some pressure there from Dennis Weeks. It's a big battle there for the 4th position, or I should say for the 5th position, really. Weeks working on the 2 car there. It looked like he maybe might have thought about going that inside line. Wasn't quite close enough to try to make a pass there. Sometimes you can spend 3, 4, 5 laps setting up a pass on the car. You got to study the guy in front of you, and if your car is handling good in a certain part of the track, you got to watch how his car is handling there, and if you find a weakness, if you can, wait until the right moment. And we got a caution here on lap 149. And let's see who that is on. Looks like it might have just been a spin here. Looks like it might have been Barnes. Maybe with just a spin. Let's go back on the replay here, see what we see here. Okay, he was going in the grass. Was he avoiding something? He might have been avoiding somebody. We don't show anybody really. Let's go to Joseph Chambers here on the replay. Oh, that might have been what he was avoiding. Chambers spinning, but he went down in the grass pretty good. Let's go back live here. And actually, Chambers is retired. So I'm not sure. I don't know if that had already happened. Meanwhile, all your leaders are on pit road. There's Brill. He's in. Josh Beard. Now the whole gang is in on pit road. Weeks there. He's on pit road. Interesting to see where everybody's located on pit road. There's Patrick Hasty. He is now your leader. Yep, he inherited the lead. Tribble, he's on. Looks like he's on his way out. He's in 4th position. Hernandez, he came out in 6th position. Rocky Tittle on his way out. He's 12th. I believe Parks is right behind him. Yep, there he comes now. And Sam Barnes, he's getting, he overshot just a little bit maybe. Okay, he was just close enough. Looks like he's going to get some tires and perhaps some fuel. Maybe try to go all the way to the end here. Barnes is, okay, he's back to a lap down now. And it looks like him and Tyler Green. Green's on his way out. So they'll be battling for that lucky dog position. Boy, they look like they're even racing going out of pit road there. Getting as close to that limit as they can without getting the speeding penalty. There's Klinger. He's on his way out. Mike Brissett coming in. Doesn't look like he has any real damage. Probably just coming down to maybe get tires and fuel. Seems to take an eternity creeping down that pit road sometimes. Yep, looks like he's going to get 4 tires and some fuel there. Maybe try to take this thing. He's still on the lead lap. He's in 13th place, and that should be where he'll be when he comes off of pit road. Definitely made it out before the field got there. And now Robert Brill is your leader. All those cars there, they're going to get a wave round. Their cars are either a lap down or tail end of the lead lap, so they got to clear them all out of there. They go down the backstretch here. Lights are out on the pace truck. It'll be 155 when we cross the line on the restart. Everybody's got good tires, man. They're really getting ready to fight now, folks. Brill, Beard, and Holland, Tribble, and Hernandez, your top 5. Pace truck is in, waiting for that green flag. Here we go. Restart, lap 155. Brill been fighting to get there. He's there now. Going to be battling to keep it from Bearden and Holland. They're right there, too. Oh, somebody got a little squirrely back there, but they're still rolling. Brill, Bearden, Holland, and Tribble, and Hernandez. There's your top 5. And that's Weeks right behind him. Tribble trying to get up to that 3rd position. Looks like the top 3 are starting to inch away again, though. A little bit. 0.4 of a second. Now 0.3, so he is he's closing in just a little bit there. He closes in a little bit, then he loses a little bit in another part of the lap. Oh boy, the car is getting a little loose coming off of 4. He's trying very hard, and we do have a caution. Looks like this might involve Klinger there, Josh Klinger. Might have been just a spin. Let's go ahead and look at the replay here, see what we see. Well, not sure what's going on there. This is during the actual. Looks like this is the last thing we saw. That might not have been what it was. Let's go to Mike Bressett. There, okay, that's probably what it was. Bressett got loose coming off of 4 in the grass, and yeah, that'll bring out the caution every time. Didn't have too far of a spin down into the grass, so was able to get that car back on track and get going. I'll take it back live here. That puts him down to the 15th position, and he's on the tail end of the lead lap. We got Dennis Weeks. He did a fake there, act like he was going to go in the pits, and Hernandez, he wasn't faking. He said, I'm going on in. We only have 40 laps to go, but if this turns out to be, if it goes green like it just did for a long time, folks, those other guys need fuel. Boy, they would be hoping for another caution. And I tell you, he might be in a good position here. This is going to move him down the order quite a bit. You see him down there. It'll be the tail end of the lead lap. But based on his sheer pace alone, he might be able to just work his way up through the field. Probably knows he has enough fuel, I would think, to make it to the end. You know, why am I guessing? Let's ask him ourselves. Let's see. and we'll bring him up here. Hey, Patrick, Tony in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Hey man, yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, man. How you think? You think you got fuel to make it to the end?
And I'm good with fuel. The thing is the tires. The car is not very good on the short runs, but at the runs gets going, then the car goes better. But I still have to manage the tire because on the last run I was second, then I burned my tires and fall to sixth place. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to get in the track to be fast, but not burn the tires at the same time.
10-4, and you do have some guys in front of you that you have been quicker than during the race. So maybe you think maybe you can get through that field a little quicker.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna do the best I can. Again, I'm battling with the guys in front of me, with the car, with the tires, so it's a little bit more complicated than on a normal day. So
Right.
I'm doing the best I can, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, it looked like they just moved a lot of the lap cars to the back, so that's going to help your cause a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and put you back to the channel now. Good luck, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Tony.
That's Patrick Hernandez getting ready for the restart here. Up with the leader, lights. Oh, okay, the lights are still on the pace truck. Okay, so we do have one more lap. I was thinking they were getting ready to go green. And so, we'll try to, let's see if we can grab, let's see, Josh Beard. Let's see if we can grab him. Hey, Josh, you got a copy?
Hey, what's up, Tony?
Yeah, man. You think you're getting close to the end now? You like the car on long run? Do you think it's enough laps to get those tires doing what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I think we got enough time. We got like 35, 36 laps to go. We're fixing to come to green here, so we'll see what we can do.
10-4. Good luck now.
All right, thanks, Tony.
Okay, here we go. Getting ready to go green. Waiting for that green flag, and we've got it. Restart lap 164. Bearden taking a peek on the outside. Boy, they're really close there this time, folks. Everybody's right there on the restart. Bearden, Kyle Hall is out trying to work his way up there and to that top five there. He's fourth at the moment, battling with Aaron Tribble. Now he's back to fifth place. And there's Weeks on the inside. Oh, and looks Tribble into the wall. And he collected, looks like he collected Hall there just a little bit. And they're still running, but, oh boy. That had to have damaged his car. Hall's going to go on by, I think. Let's see. Does he make the pass on Tribble? He's still out there. Let's go to a wider shot. Well, he kind of dodged a bullet there, and that car was rocking all up against the wall there. Hall does eventually get by. There's Rocky Tittle on the outside. Kind of looks like he might be stuck out there on the outside. Not exactly where you want to be coming out of turn two. Had to give up a little track position there. Still inside the top 10. Meanwhile, up the front, Brill, he's managed to get a little space there between him and Bearden. He's got Nick Holland all over him, though, for that second position. Can't really worry about attacking the 21 car right now. Here lap 169. Lap 170, 30 laps to go, folks. Here we go. It's getting to be go time here. Bearden working closer down on the 21 of Robert Brill. Less than 0.2 of a second now. Thinking about going for it. Oh, boy, that's going to be close. He dove right in there, forcing his hand. Brill has to kind of concede a little bit. Drag race down the backstretch. Holland's right there. Holland's going to, Brill's a little bit in trouble now. There's Holland, moves into second. Brill has to concede the position a little bit. Weeks is right there watching all of this happen in front of him. Nick Holland trying to get that Taco Bell car right up to the front. And Brill, he's not done battling. He liked being up the front. Like, man, oh, and he gets sideways a little bit. He manages to hold on to it. Man, that was a great save. And from the looks of it, managed to still stay in front of Dennis Weeks. I almost thought Dennis would definitely get that position, but Robert Brill made a great recovery, super quick recovery there. Managing to keep Weeks at bay, 0.3 of a second back now. Awesome racing going on here. Weeks got all the front runners right there in front of him, trying to keep pace with them as these laps wind down very quickly. He's taking a peek under the 68 machine. I think he's going to get him if he can keep the car straight. Here we go down to turn one. Brill should have the better line in there, and he does. Oh, we've got a caution. And that's Bendikovich. I don't know who that was. It said Bendikovich, and he's already on pit road. And it looks like he retired, so let's go ahead and let's look at the replay here and see if we can see what happened. There's the 41 off of turn two, like we've seen so many guys do. Oh, boy, and he trying to lock it down to keep that. He did a great job, and I think he might have said, you know what, it's just that's too much, and he's just said, I've had enough for the day. So, yeah, that was a good effort by the 41. I hate to see him go, but decided to put it behind the wall. Let's take it live once again here. We're on lap 177. And a few folks coming in. There's Hasty. He's making his way into the pits. And he's got Aaron Tribble coming in as well. Let's see. Hutchison, he's coming in. So far, only three of the guys. Hutchison, he was pitting. He was further back. Two of the front runners, Tribble and Hasty, came in there. Of course, Hasty, he was he wasn't as far up as Tribble was. But wow, this is getting a little close here. They're gonna opt to say, you know what, we're gonna try these fresh tires here and see if we can run them down. But man, it's gonna put him so far back. Look at where they've fallen. He's far as 15th already, and that looks like that's where it'll be when he comes out of the pits. I guess it'll be a question of, does he like the car on short runs? Because it's definitely getting to be short run territory here. Let's see if we can grab Aaron Tribble here. Hey, Aaron, this is Tony in the broadcast booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I do. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. How's it running out there today?
Yeah, I hit the wall there off of two. I was probably not paying attention to the wall, more pay attention to the cars in front of me, you know?
Yeah,
just a minor accident.
Yeah, we saw that, and I was like, man, you were skipping along the wall there, and but still managed to keep it going, though, there. Good job, though. But
Thank you.
you think you got enough laps here? You know, we're coming up on 20 laps to go. Do you like the car on longer runs? Because it's definitely getting into short run territory now, even caution free.
Yeah, I think we can do it. It's just I think maybe a top 5 is definitely in contention for me. I'm not 100% sure about the win. Just have new tires, trying to do my best to maneuver through the traffic. Just wanted to make sure so I don't have a tire cut down at the end of the race.
Right.
That's why I went in and pit.
10-4. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put you back up to race control. I'm not sure. I think they're getting ready to go green, I think. And
Yeah, we're true to. Yeah, thanks for what you're doing, man, and thanks for broadcasting that. It's fun to watch them.
Oh, 10-4. Thank you. And good luck, man. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, good luck. See ya.
Okay. That's Aaron Tribble, and getting ready for the restart here. Got a bit of work to do. He's in the 14th position. Meanwhile, up the front, Josh Bearden, the lights are out on the pace truck. They're just getting ready to start the final lap here before they go green again. And he's at the front. And now it's just a question of just staying at the front. He's where he wants to be. And I know Brill, he's definitely going to be battling. I'd like to talk to Brill. We don't really have time now, but I don't think he was in the chat anyway, which is a shame because if they were to finish this way, he'd be one of the top 3, and we always try to grab at least the top 3 for post-race interviews, but, you know, we do what we can. Okay, pace truck is in. Waiting for the green flag. Here we go, and we're off, and Brill is really tacking, really down to turn 1. Man, he's not wasting any time. Bearden is quite a bit wider than I think he wanted to be. He doesn't have any choice. He had to give him the room. Does he have enough space to battle back? Looks like he does. He's going to manage to hold off Brill. There's Holland there, tucking right in. Oh, we got a spinner. Who was that? Didn't see who that was. That was, and we have a caution. I think that was Gary Wright. Looks like, yeah, the 35 car. Yeah, we've seen him in the grass before a little bit. Trying to get out of that grass now, and looks like it was just a self spin. Boy, that was right there in front of the leaders. That could have been a little scary there. Let's run the tape back here and see what we see. Okay, he's already in the grass. Let's run it a little further back here. Oh, and let's slow that down. This is at the restart from the looks of it. He gets going. And there he is right there. Looks, he got, and then the 36 got up under his car. It looked like he got a little loose, but then there was no chance of saving him. The 36 got up under him, and he was just off into the grass there from that point on. And that's probably what triggered the caution. He's trying to keep it locked down there as the field goes by. Trying to make sure he's out of the way. That grass might be wet, trying to get traction to get out of there. And he was going, and they were still racing at the time. You saw him lock the brakes down. That was the leaders that just went by, and he was like, oh, boy, I better get off the track for a minute. And just having some problems tonight for the 35 car. Let's go ahead and take it live here. And Gary, he's currently 21st position, 4 laps down. He's trying to make it to the end of this thing. And he's got 15 laps. That's all he's got to do is survive 15 more laps. Nobody is on pit road, of course. I think everybody's good on fuel, and tires should definitely go all the way. Bearden, Brill, Holland, Weeks, Hernandez, your top 5, followed by Kyle Hall, Rocky Tittle, Travis Yakabuchi, Chip Parks, and Josh Klinger round out the top 10. There's Patrick Hasty, he's back there in 12th position. Aaron Tribble's right behind them, still there, he's 13th, and still got a bit of work to do. And he's quickly running out of laps here, you know, and it still might be a bit of a tall order to get to the top 5 with 14 laps to go. And probably maybe 13 or 12 by the time that we actually go green. The lights are, we got one more pace lap ahead of us, so it'll be lap 188 when we get the green flag. Only 12 laps remain after that. Nick Holland, he's been running a good race today. He's been right up there with the guys, and not sure if he led any laps, but he's been right up there. Maybe in a pit stop, might have cycled around and picked up some bonus points. I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing him at the point, but he's been right there all race long. So don't count out the 68. Hey, you never know. It might be taco time. Of course, the same can be said for Dennis Weeks, and all these guys, especially in these top five, and there's Hernandez. He's right there at the top. He had to try to get through the field there, and he managed to get back up to the top five. So I'm thinking he's pretty much where he wants to be, and we've got there's going to be 12 laps to go, or 11 laps to go when we get the green flag. Not too sure he'll be worried about saving tires at this point. Hopefully he thinks he has enough rubber to make that last. Everybody trying to keep heating those tires. Brill's right on the tail of Bearden. Trying not to let him get a good jump there. Pace Trucks is in. Here we go. Maybe a restart for the last time. And there we go, and there goes Brill on the inside again, trying for a lightning start. Didn't quite get it that time. Bearden is the one got the good jump. Managed to get down in turns 1 and 2 and almost open up a good 0.3 of a second gap. Of course, Brill is closing back down on him now a little bit. And Hernandez is finding his way, and there goes Hernandez trying to hold on to it. He saves it. Oh, man, that's going to cost him a lot of laps. A lot of positions. He's falling. It looks like Chip Park's going to get by. That drops him back to 9th position, maybe 8th. He's about to try to take that back from the Parks. And I saw somebody spinning. We might have a caution coming here. But, boy, that didn't help him. We got 10 laps to go. He's in 8th position. Travis Yakovucci, there he is. I'm sorry, that's Kyle Hall. He's up in 4th position. You got Yakovucci right behind him. And Dennis Weeks is behind Yakovucci there. And Brill, he's still battling with Josh Bearden for that lead. Nick Holland, he's watching both of them. In case something goes wrong, Nick Holland is in the catbird seat. He'll be ready to take advantage. He's been pretty steady. Okay, we do have a caution. Boy, I tell you, it's like fate is trying to make this thing get down to a green-white checker. It looks like let's see who that was, what report we have here. Looks like that might have been Yakovucci, and might have been just a spin. The car looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and look back at the replay here and see what happened there. Here he goes, coming down. Oh, and him and Weeks get together. Oh boy, and there's the two of Hernandez. Does he make contact? And he probably trying to get slowed down. And his right front is just damaged completely on the 2 car, but he did touch the 13 and got him going around. Probably didn't have any real control of that 2 car with that tire messed up like that. And so that's Hernandez, and there he is coming off of 2. And we already saw Yakovucci spinning, and not sure. We also had a report on Hutchison. Not sure where he is in all of this. No, we don't see that. We'll go ahead and just take it back live. But yeah, I tell you, that looks like Hutchison might have been. Hutchison is retired, so we're back to here we are, lap 194. Caution again. But Hernandez, unless I was seeing things, man, I thought his right front tire was knocked in. That's what I thought I saw. But I guess maybe it wasn't. But it sure looked like it was. on that replay. No, it's good. It's good. Wow. Okay. Maybe I was looking at somebody else's car because it looked like when he was in between Weeks and Yakovuchi. I swear it looked like that right front tire was just leaned all in, unless it was just the camber of the tire that we were seeing, which might have been the case, in the turn there, and gave the illusion of it being knocked in. But the car seems to be okay. Kyle Hall, he got himself up to 4th position here. Dennis Weeks trying to stay alive in the top 5 there. He's really been having to battle hard to stay, in whatever position he's got. He's really had to stay, fight hard to stay there. Let's see. I think the lights are out on the. Nope. We got one more lap of. Hopefully they'll go out the next time around. And let's see. Let's see where. Is there anybody else we can grab real quick that we haven't talked to? Maybe somebody up the front. Where is Bressett at? Where? He is. Okay, Bressett, he had been running good too, but is he okay, he retired. Okay. Sorry to see the 11 go. Because man, he'd been right up there too. The lights are out on the pace truck, that is. It'll be lap 198 when we cross the line for the restart. So it's just about a green-white checker, only 3 to go. I tell you, it's all going to be about the restart here, I think, folks. If it goes green these last 3 laps, it'll definitely be all about the restart. Let's look and see what happens here. Pace truck's in. Bearden drops the hammer. Here comes Brill on the outside. Looks like the 6 car is going to have the better line, though, going into turns 1. There's Holland. He's right there. Kyle Hall right behind him. And lap 199 as we cross the line here. Getting pretty much to the time do or die. And if you got anything left, now's the time to get it. Holland trying his best to get up there, put pressure on that 21 machine. Bearden's managing to maintain that lead just a little bit, 0.3 of a second on Brill. Holland, he's trying his best, and there's Weeks. He's right behind them. He's trying to get past Hall. Hall fighting to hold on to that 4th position. White flag is in the air. They're down the backstretch. There's Josh Bearden. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. Here he is coming out of turn number 2. And turn 4, Josh Bearden, he will be your winner tonight here at Richmond. Good hard racing all race long. All these guys did an awesome job. Josh Bearden, Robert Brill, Nick Holland, your top 3. Now Brill, I don't even think he's in the chat, so we won't be able to talk to him. But we're gonna look and see if Bearden and Holland are in here. Let's see. And if I don't remember seeing Holland. If not, we'll just grab somebody else. Josh Bearden, ladies and gentlemen. Been looking for that win for 2 or 3 weeks now, and he's finally got it. He's burning them down. We'll see if we can try to grab maybe I don't know if the fourth Kyle Hall. He's your 4th place finisher, so we're gonna try to grab him and put him up in the winners circle as well. And we're gonna go ahead and head on down to the winners circle. Hey guys, Tony Rice in the booth. Hey Josh, congratulations, man! I tell you, you've been fighting hard for that battle, for that win, man, and you finally got it.
Oh man, it's 4 weeks in a row I had bad luck right at the end, but today, man, was just our race. We kept our car clean all race long, stayed up front, stayed out of trouble, had good pit stops. Just, man, everything went right for us today, man. I'm so happy I could finally pull this off.
10-4, man. I tell you, and just managed to stay out of trouble, and it looked like you were there battling. You just had the car to beat. Did you feel like you had the car to beat all day?
Well, I knew I had a top 5 car, and I had a couple times midway through the race where somebody got into me and would almost turn me, but I just have to let off, save it, and get back up and going again. And yeah, I just had to stay out of trouble. Man, this was a tough race, but I'm so glad I could finally get one of these, man.
10-4, man, and yeah, congratulations, man. Happy for you there, man. I know you're excited, and anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I just want to give a shout out to the admin crew and race control for all they do helping me with these races this week. Definitely shout out to you for hosting these races and all the fans that are watching. Just appreciate all you guys taking time to watch our races.
10-4, man. Congratulations again, and we'll let you go celebrate.
Well, thank you, Tony. Appreciate it, man.
10-4. And we don't have Robert Brill. He's not in the chat, and didn't see Nick Holland either. So we grabbed 4th place finisher Kyle Hall. Hey Kyle, good run there, man.
Thanks, Tony. You know, it was a long day. I couldn't quite get up into the top 5, but I was stuck in about 12th to 13th most of the race, it seemed. Just worked the pit cycle and just slowly picked them off one at a time. Me and my teammate Mike Brissett in the number 11 got into a little skirmish on the very first lap, got a little damage, and I was able to recover from there.
Yeah, it looked like he retired there near the end. I was because he had been running up the front there a lot, and that was unfortunate. And I know you would have liked to have him up there to maybe help you out a little bit.
Yeah. I think he might have even had some internet issues there towards the end, but he was definitely running up there, and I got by him cleanly in the middle of the race there, and just Patrick Hernandez and I were battling really good, and he had spun in front of me twice, so it got a little hairy there towards the end. But it was me, Nick Hall, and Josh, and Billy up there, and we just did what we could to run a clean race towards the end. We didn't even have to use any green-white checkers.
10, that's a good job, man, and good luck and congratulations. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just want to give a shout out to Veronica listening, and my girlfriend Ashley, and we're having a great time. Tony, good broadcast. We'll talk to you next race.
10-4. Thank you now. And we're gonna grab a couple other guys. Dennis, Weeks there, he finished top 5. Boy, Dennis, I tell you, you were battling all race long, and I mean I think it could have just been your race win as much as anybody else's, but just wasn't in the cards today, I guess, huh?
Yeah, it's too hard to pass. Once you give up a position, you just ain't gonna get it back. And then going through the grass on that last run didn't help.
Right. Yeah, but I guess you just managed to stay out of trouble long enough to hold on there. I mean, under a lot of pressure all the race long. It seemed like every position you were in, you really had to fight to hold on to that position.
Yeah, I think some guys are just super aggressive, so I gotta give room. But I don't know. I gotta find that aggressive bug in me. Start giving it back to them.
Yeah. Oh, I know how that is. I'm not exactly a super aggressive myself, but so I know how you feel there and stuff. But
I mean,
congratulations on it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say my line. I know my line's different than everybody else's, but they're not paying attention, cutting back down when they come off the arc. But yeah, who knows? We'll get better next time.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, congratulations on the top 5, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, bud.
Okay, we're here with Kyle Hall. Kyle, he finished 4th position, and hey, Kyle, man, congratulations on that top 5 finish. I'm sorry, we already spoke to Kyle. I'm sorry. I guess that's it. Kyle, we can let you go ahead and go and celebrate. Okay. He might be gone already. I think he might have turned his mic off and stuff. So yeah, that's gonna about do it for us here, and we're gonna go ahead and bring up the let's bring up the race results here, and get those up on the screen. And Josh Bearden, your winner. Robert Brill, 2nd. Nick Holland, 3rd. Kyle Hall in 4th position. Dennis Weeks, 5th. Patrick Hernandez up to 6th position. Aaron Tribble, 7th. Patrick Hasty, 8th. Rocky Tittle, 9th. Josh Klinger rounds out the top 10. Chip Parks with a good run, finished 11th. Devin Costa, 12th. Travis Yacovucci, 13th. Sam Barnes got all the way back up to 14th position. Tyler Green, 15th. Owen Kaufman, 16th. Casey Marshall, 17th. Kyle Royal is in the 18th position. And 19th position we have Gary Wright, 20. Mike Brissett, 21st. Andrew Brown. Jerry Hutcherson, 22nd. Thomas Bendikovitz, 23rd. And 24th we have Joseph Chambers. 25th, Josh Warner. Ronald Holmes, 26th. Danny Nadeau, 27th. And Bryson Alexander, 28th position. 29th, we have Decker Morrow, and 30th, Brenda Jones. And some of these folks I don't think started. Kyle Morningstar, 31st position. And so that is it for tonight. We want to thank all of you for stopping in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And for all of us here at Rice Motorsports TV, have a wonderful evening.